Hey guys, welcome back to my FFBE channel. Have no fear, for Pastures is here. We're back with another summoning video. And well, first we'll do the summon. We'll get the nice part out of the way, and then I want to talk about some of the stuff that has been happening in the FFBE community, especially on Reddit. And then yeah, I don't need to tell you that Hyoh has dropped. If you have not yet watched the latest global update video, go watch it. I'll see if I can get it up on screen. But without further ado, let's go to summon, and the next 10+1 multi-summon with increased drop rate is here. Here we go. And does it have an increased drop rate? Maybe it doesn't. I forget, man. I thought it had an increased drop rate, but anyway, here is my trusty summon item. Second knife, it gives us second chances, and we are going to use second knife to summon right now. Ding! Ching 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 ching! And if we get a rainbow, we will be very happy. Come on! No! It's just a gold. Don't worry. Second knife gives us second chances, and we are hoping that it will break it to a rainbow! Give us a rainbow! Kung, kung, kung. Second knife! Come on! You can do it! Oh no! Dang! So close! Not quite. Dang! It's all trash. This is the worst ever, man. Okay, so I don't need more Glaucas or Cisays or Warrior of Lights or Waddles or Fran or Celeste, too many Celestes, or Otogiri, or Mystier, or Vanille, or Penelo, or Edge. Okay, so I can fuse all of these. Very sad, very very sad. But to get us out of the sad funk, we have this exciting news. Let's see if it's here. That if you watch the global update video, you will see that that Hyoh is coming within the month, and it's going to be awesome. I forget the exact date. I'm not sure if they actually said the exact date, but it comes with two step up summon banners. So the first one is at 11,000 Lapis step up. And it gives you at the end of it a 5-star rate up for Hyoh himself. Okay, and it guarantees you the 3-star and the 4-star units. So that is interesting, very interesting for 11,000 Lapis. And then if you have 25,000, I'm not sure that I'll be able to get 25,000. I now have just under 17,000. Certainly you won't have enough Lapis to do both. But if you have 25,000, then you are guaranteed either an Awakened Rain or Hyoh, and so I mean it's double rainbow on that. But Awakened Rain is the best magic tank in game, even to this day in JP. So that's really really awesome. But and so yeah, just save everything for that. I'm saving that for, even though Dragon Quest is limited time banner, I don't think that Astark is really worth my pull, although I really really love his Trustmaster reward. Is the 6-star one is so awesome, but I am not sure that he's really worth it just to waste. And I love the Uber Killing Machine. Oh, I would love to get this as well. And the Slime Knight, look at it, it's so cool guys. Look at the Slime Knight. Oh, even better than Metal Slime. So dang, I would really really love to pull, but gotta be rational about this. If you, especially if you're a free-to-play player and you have limited Lapis, limited tickets, limited everything, be smart. Hyoh will break the game, okay? He is the new meta, so you would be foolish to waste your limited resources. And by the way, even if you buy Lapis using real life money, there is no guarantee that you get a Hyoh, you know. Even if you spend 25,000, it's not a guarantee. You are guaranteed either Awakened Rain or Hyoh. So, you know, if I were you, I would make sure, because why? He goes straight to 7-star. You need at least 4 of them. Ideally, you want 6 Hyohs, which will be practically impossible even with hundreds of dollars, you know, spending on this. It's really hard. Okay, I have to tell you. But having said that, ideally you want 6 so they can unlock one 7-star, you know, super Trust Master reward. Okay, but at the very least you need 4 so that you can get 2 7-star. Then you have a really, like, you have a, like, you can clear anything by yourself. You don't need to rely on a friend Hyoh. So that's one thing, okay? But for 10-man raids, obviously you can't use friends and you can't use duplicate units. So for 10-man raids, then, you know, you just need 2 Hyohs awaken to 7-star. So that's something to think about. But if I had the resources, I would get at least 4 Hyohs, and I will push for another 2. Okay. Having said that, the unit of choice ticket, if you've been logging in faithfully, you would have all 10 you can select. Okay, and this is the sad part of this video. You can tune out now if you don't want to, but to listen to this negative part. But on Reddit, a lot of things have been happening, and some of the really popular YouTubers, Click, Hyoh, Hyoh, was ranting about this, and if you know anything about what's been happening, you know, Square Enix, Gumi have just been making some really questionable, they were just bad decisions, okay? Yeah, just bad decisions that adversely affected the community and the relationship that they have with the community, and it's not looking good. And I, for one, I have been thinking about this for a while. I haven't posted anything, but the more I think about it, actually the more upset I get. And I can totally understand where Hyoh is coming from. And Click has said he's not going to put in any more money because it's and he knows, okay, that Hyoh is coming out. So for him to say that he's not going to put in any more money, that's a huge thing. That's something huge. And so, you know, for these guys to make a stand on this, and I've been just thinking about it, and I have to say, I really understand where they're coming from, and I actually am on their side. So one of the things which they mentioned is that these 7-star, these unit of choice tickets, okay, they absolutely gimped this. Okay, firstly, by not giving us one cheap ticket, okay, and when 7-star tickets first came out, they actually had 2 tickets. Every month you had access to 2 tickets, one cheap, one expensive. We lost the cheap one, and we're only left with the expensive one, 150,000 currency. Okay, and that's tough, because if you only get one UOC ticket a month, you have to wait 10 months in order to pick a unit of choice. And this is very, very bad. Or even if you could do it twice a month, okay, even if it was half the rate, it's still 5 months. It's half a year, okay, half a year or almost a year, where someone, because there is no guarantee, right? It's totally random. It's a gacha system, right? There is no guarantee that even if you spend hundreds of dollars on this game, that you can actually get that rainbow unit that you're looking for on banner. There's absolutely no guarantee. And if it's a double rainbow, you may get all your rainbows, maybe the other unit instead of the unit that you're aiming for. And so you are now stuck in this situation where you have a universal update which applies to everybody, where the 7-star meta has come, And in order to keep up with the current events and the content that's coming out, the new trials and whatnot, you are going to need 7-star units, okay? And if you just were unlucky, no matter how much money you put in, you just could not get the unit, right? And then you became a bankrupt because of this game, and so you have nothing left to give in to give to this game, and you still didn't have a 7-star unit, then you're stuck. There will be no incentive for you to continue on. And so that's why JP actually had the unit of choice, so that people could actually catch up to the 7-star meta. So at least if you had one rainbow and you needed one more just to make your chaining effective, for example, okay, maybe you had an Orlando at 7-star, but your Veritas of the Dark was not at 7-star, and you needed these two to chain in a 10-man raid because you can't have duplicate units, then at least you could choose to have and you got all trash rainbows that you're not looking for, at least you could choose to have that second rainbow to make sure that you have that 7-star unit that you need, you absolutely need. And that's why unit of choice is such an important, and it is a necessary addition to the game. You actually need this mechanic in the summoning, otherwise people will just drop out of the game because they can't keep up with the content at all. And if you ask a mobile phone gamer, okay, a mobile gamer, if you want to ask them to wait 10 months or half a year at the fastest to catch up, I don't know what mobile gamer would wait that long in a game to say, yeah, I'm going to keep playing, I'm going to keep playing, and I'm going to wait half a year, I'm going to wait 10 months, and I'm going to stick it out until I can get what I want. I mean, that's just weird thinking from a developer's point of view. If you know anything about mobile gamers, they need things now, okay? They want a quick reward, right? How are you going, and there's so much competition out there, how are you going to get them to stay? And so it doesn't make sense to me, firstly, to make the Euros, to gimp the UOC tickets like that. Okay, you take out the easy to get UOC. And by the way, then new players will find it that much harder to catch up because it's going to be impossible for new players, isn't it? And so you're gonna lose your old players and you're not gonna get new ones in, okay? And so it's just downhill all the way. And so you need to understand how important, how necessary the unit of choice mechanic actually is for your player base. And so just as an executive decision, why would you gimp the take out that the easy to get ticket? That's one. Okay, the other thing is, why would you restrict the summon pool to only contain rainbows that have their 7-star form? Why can't you just include all rainbows except for those in the current banners? Why must you take out all the other rainbows which don't yet have their... It boggles my mind. If someone has a unit of choice ticket, I mean the very name of it, unit of choice, they don't get to choose. In fact, if I were the developer, I'll let them choose whatever 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star unit they want. That's entirely up to them. Maybe I don't have a Mystia and I need a Mystia magic tank. Why don't you let me use a Mystia? Why must I go for a Bash? You know? Why would you restrict the summon pool like that? It doesn't make sense to me. How are you hurting the gameplay? And how are you hurting the overall fairness of the game by taking out the rest of the 5-stars? Why must they be 7-star units before you add it to the UOC summon pool. It doesn't make sense. And there are tons of people who do spend money, hundreds of dollars, and I know many of them, and they don't have that one unit that in their Final Fantasy games, in the entire series, they just have certain characters that they just, it's their favorite characters, they relate to them, and they would like them in FFBE. For example, I have Noctis, I have Cloud, that you know, I love and I grew up on over years. Squall, you know, and I don't have them yet. I want to actually have the option to be able to summon a Noctis even though he's not 7-star yet. And why can't I? How does that make it unfair for all the rest, since everyone has already had multiple chances to get Noctis? So I'm actually playing catch up here. So why would you you know, restrict the 5-star pool like that? It just boggles the mind. And so you gimp it on 2 levels. And in Arena, I'm still playing catch up because I don't have a Noctis. You know how hard it is without 2 Noctises, 3 Noctises in your squad, Arena squad? It's really hard. And so and Noctis is my favorite Final Fantasy character of all time. So that in itself is scary. But then after they did that, they made these arbitrary changes which they didn't explain properly to us, and they don't even make good business sense to make those changes from JP. I mean, and there was no communication to try and explain things from their point of view. Why would they even want to do that? At least let us know. You know, every change from JP should be substantiated with good reasons. Otherwise, Global's always going to feel like we are the second-class citizen here. You are not giving us the respect that we deserve, and we are the bigger player base. We give you way more revenue than JP, I'm sure. And so, and you just look at the YouTube channels, man, and you look at the number of subscribers for them, and you can't tell me that we aren't the more important from business point of view app. Okay, so why would you do that to Global? And we've always been fighting this uphill battle. Global has always been treated worse, but this is not even the worst thing. The worst thing was and how you watch Hyoh's video, tell you all about it. How they made a mistake in an update, and instead of, and then how they then addressed this mistake, which was a mistake on their part, by the way, was very strange and pretty atrocious as well to us, the players. What happened, in case you don't know, you would have seen the messages in game, was that that the unit of choice summon pool should not include the current banner units, and I can understand why, because then arbitrarily you just get you know, an increased bonus rate just like that for the current event. And so, okay, if you want it to be really an even playing field, you know, between those who have UOC tickets and those who don't, then obviously the current banner needs to be taken out. So that's a good gameplay decision, okay? We can all understand that. But then they accidentally included the Dragon Quest units, and how they tried to address this, how they tried to fix this, was very strange and very bad. What they did was that they immediately stopped the game, emergency maintenance, and then banned, okay, they suspended and banned players who had summoned the banner rainbows, and then reversed basically their accounts. They took out the units that they summoned and gave them back the resources that they used to summon and level them up and all that. And this is what really gets me, because the more I think about it, the more I understand where Hyoh is coming from, because this is just ridiculous. When you make a mistake as a company, you don't make your customers pay for your mistake. Okay, you pay for the mistake yourself. What should have happened, instead of suspending players' accounts, which is almost unheard of in the game industry, instead of making the player base pay for your mistake, you shouldn't ban them. You shouldn't reach into their accounts, and you can say all you like that this game you play it on your terms and conditions, that's fine. But even so, when you reach into a player's account and then you just arbitrarily remove something which they, through the mechanics which you provided, properly got, reasonably got, because you allowed it, then then you have crossed the line, okay? Because as much as we are playing on your terms and conditions, there's a sense that this is still ours. This is our account, right? And when you cross that line of privacy and propriety, you invade into our personal space. This is something which game developers shouldn't be doing, or any business at all should be doing. What should have happened when a company makes mistakes is that the company pays for it. So instead of penalizing the players and suspending them, banning them, they couldn't play, they logged in, they had this error message, oh, you can't play, you're suspended, and then rolling back the account in some weird arbitrary way. Rather than do that, what should have happened is that rather than penalizing or rolling back the accounts that had it, which granted is probably a minority, a very, very small minority, okay, that's why they felt they could do it. But rather than doing that, what they should have done is compensated everyone else, okay, who did not pull for those bonus units. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Just given us 100,000 free event currency, for example, or 50,000 if you think 100,000 is too much. That is what you should have done, because it was a mistake on your part. How dare you reach into our accounts like that and just mess around with it and then think that it's all okay. And then to make matters worse, in the global update video, which I showed in this video, there was an opportunity for them to address this this crazy stuff and all the frustration which the community was feeling, and it's all everywhere online and in Twitter and everything, and there's much more details, okay, how they were so communicative during this rollback and everything, but they're not communicating and other stuff. They bothered to do the programming to fix this, but they don't go and fix all the other important bugs like the bugged friend list and all, and it's just crazy, right? And they had an opportunity in the global update video to do something about it, to address the community and to say, hey, we hear you, we made a mistake, and we want to do better, okay? Instead of doing that, they just totally ignored the whole situation like it didn't exist. And so, wow, that's tough to take, because if you are a player like me, then you can see consistently, it's not one-off, okay? Consistently for global, Square Enix has always put itself first, ahead of the players. And that's very sad. You never see that happening in JP. In JP, the players come first. The compensation they get when the JP developers make a mistake is 3 to 5 times more than what global compensation is. You know, and it's like they value JP, and JP is a smaller base, right? Global spends the entire world. Why do you treat us like that? If anything, we should have 3 to 5 times the compensation. And so this has been going on since the beginning, and you can see that they value their money more than us, when we are the ones, the player base is the ones that's paying their salaries. It's ridiculous. It does not make any business sense whatsoever. And just to give you an idea of how bad it can get, Square Enix, I hope you are listening. You just look at what Disney has done to Star Wars, and Star Wars, the Star Wars executives, okay, Kathleen Kennedy from Lucasfilm and the directors and all, Rian Johnson and all, they actually began to attack the fans and say that we are not making these movies for the fans. We are making these movies for us. Okay? We want to make the movies that we like, that we are happy with. We owe nothing to the fans, they said. They actually said this, okay? Officially. And let me tell you, Star Wars is basically the biggest brand in entertainment, okay? In history. Every movie, every Star Wars movie should be making top tier dollar, 1.5 to 2 billion dollars at least. But the last Star Wars movie, Solo, couldn't even cover its costs, man, because they went crazy. That's what happens when you start doing things just for the money, and you start neglecting your fans. No matter how good a brand is, it will be destroyed overnight if you make poor executive decisions, and this is just bad customer relations. And so I really hope that someone is hearing this. Hear the community. I'm free to play, okay? I've only ever spent like $12 on this game, which a subscriber gave to me to spend, okay? And that's the only reason why that money was spent, because it wasn't my money. And so I know I haven't contributed much in terms of financial stuff, but I make all these videos, hundreds of videos over the last 2 years, faithfully, even though I've been so busy and different life seasons and all. Even though I have so few subscribers, yet even though I'm no longer a YouTube partner, I'm still making these videos because I want to help the community. I want to build this community. But right now, please listen to someone who is as hardcore as me. You're hurting us. You're hurting us. You're not showing your customer base that they are the ones who matter. And so, customers want to be associated with a company that shows it cares. And we need to see that right now. Some drastic things need to happen. Maybe give all of us a 7-star Hyoh straight off the bat, okay? So two rainbow Hyohs in our account overnight. Yeah, I think that will go a long way to alleviating things. Okay, I'm semi-joking here, but seriously, something on that level would probably be needed at this point, because you can just see the comments on YouTube, clicks, video comments. You just go and check it out, man. It is bad. Go and check out Reddit, check out Hyoh's channel. Things are very bad. So that's my rant. It's half an hour, and our heart, okay, I tell you, our YouTubers' heart is still for FFBE to succeed. We still want this community to grow. But as it is, it's getting increasingly hard. And I have to tell you, I just installed Fire Emblem Heroes. I'm going to check it out. It looks great. It's also summoning. Star Wars Galaxies has really upped its game. It's added tons of new mechanics. So I'm having lots of fun with Star Wars Galaxies of Heroes. I'm probably going to be posting more videos on that. And if I don't get at least 2 heroes right in this current thing, and if things still continue to, if Square Enix still continues to treat its global customers as second rate, I know JP, there's always going to be a preference. They are the initial fan base. They deserve some cream, okay? I understand that, okay? But if you continue to treat us as like when we can feel how second, third rate we really are, and especially if you put your money before your customers, then I don't see how as a human being, I can continue supporting a company like that, as much as you have given me such joy over the years. So that is my my long rant. I'm sorry, but I hope you're hearing, because this is how we feel. Okay, so hey guys, the rest of you who are watching this, keep the faith. I'm making this video because I believe that things can change and will change for the better. My faith is still on Square Enix, and we'll wait and see how they respond to all this. So keep the faith, guys. Peace out.